Alright guys, how's it going? I've just got back from Butcher's. Do you want to see my meat? Let's see what I got. Piece of steak. I'm going to have that before tonight's stream, so that we line the gut. Gammon. If you've been on my streams this week, you'll know that I said I had some gammon, and it was amazing. In fact, I think I said in my morning briefing, I'm going to get some gammon. I bet they haven't got any. Well, they did have. And I got 3. And I don't know, €5, 70, €5 for 3 each. Sorry, each. So I got some gammon for we. That's good. And of course, some bacon. 2.2 fucking kilos of bacon. Now, never let it be said that I am selfish. So I also got Remy some marrow-bones. He's down here. In fact, one of them's on the boil now that I had earlier. How you doing, guys? You all right? So, listen, I've been out. I've had a coffee. I've had no breakfast. Fuck right off. I haven't. I've had no breakfast. I've been and bought them for you. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. Muy bien. And to be honest with you, there's very little in them. However, from looking at them, basically they're talking about Real Sociedad's last pre-season friendly last night against FC Union Berlin, is it? We paid attention on that game. He came off the bench. Zubimendi came off the bench in that game. I think it was he played about 25, 26 minutes, something like that. I don't know. It's quite funny because some of these aggregator accounts, that want you to think that they know everything that's going on. They said he played the full 45 minutes. He never. So there's a lot of talk about that friendly. What they did say as well, what I picked up in this, was that Zubimendi was making his summer debut for Real Sociedad. I wasn't aware of that. So anyway, what they talk about Liverpool's interest collectively, if you like, is that what I've picked up from it is that they're no longer on a charm offensive. They are now desperately asking that he does not go to Liverpool. They are pleading not to go to Liverpool. Also, I have seen some journalist hacks, if you like, that seem to spend most of their time on social media, on X, rather than writing articles, saying that, Real Sociedad, they're offering him this bumper new contract, which could concern Liverpool fans, because they might think that this player is motivated by money, and he is not. In fact, quite the opposite opinion. They reckon that it's pointless. Real Sociedad, they're not going to, try and, what's the word? We'll offer you more money and stay. They're not doing that. They're saying we want you to stay. They're begging him to stay, right? So why would you beg? You only beg if it looks like you're going to lose someone, right? So, well, you might not do if your relationship's in trouble, and you know what I mean? You might think, fuck that, I'm begging, nothing, ever, never beg, right? But always put your case across. I didn't mean it. There's no suggestion of any new contract being offered here. Now, if he did reject Liverpool and stay there, maybe they would then say, hey, look, you stayed, we're going to give you a pay rise or whatever. But there is no talk over here of this. And I had a look on social media this morning, and the overall, the biggest fear-mongering is this new deal that's going to be offered to him, and that's not being said here in Spain. So, however, there is one online outlet in Spain implying or suggesting that they're trying to offer him this new deal to stay and that. But come on, this isn't about money. This is about a lad that's been with that club since he was 12, from the Basque region, playing for a Basque club, for privilege, etc., etc. All the indications in the printed versions of the media here, if you like, is that he has been seduced by Liverpool, favours a move to Liverpool, and the total emphasis on everything is, they're trying to get him to stay. Desperately is the key words here today. Desperately trying to get him to stay. But Liverpool and Real Sociedad are, Liverpool are trying to avoid paying the full amount outright. You know, the buyout clause, which has to be paid outright. What I think's funny is that, you know, some of these fans online are saying Liverpool they're offering more than his buyout clause so they can pay it over a longer time. I think that's quite funny. That'd be hilarious that if FSG did that. But you never know with these fucking... Me personally, we're an elite football club. Just pay the money, let's get it done, right? Because I think it's dangerous, to be honest with you. And this is one criticism that you could say about the whole procedure. However, we have to... I mentioned this in my morning briefing. I do think that you also have to think about this, right? You're like, pay it. We're an elite club. You should be able to pay it in one go, get it done, right? I agree completely. But what if the ownership are directing to Hughes and Edwards or whatever, the Spanish media say both of them are working on this proposed deal. What if the owners are saying, look, if we're paying that outright, then we're not doing this or this, right? So maybe Edwards and, you know, Hughes or whoever you want to believe is working on the deal is trying to spread that payment over time to enable them to conclude another deal, right? So if you think that way, what are you thinking now? Are you thinking, nah, fuck it, just pay it outright, we're done? What if they turn around and said, well, if we spread the payment, then we can go and get Inacio or something like that? I know it's wishful thinking, and, you know, they could turn around and say the deal's structured over, you know, over several years or whatever, and knowing FSG, we won't get anyone else either. So I completely understand the thought process amongst the fans. I get my own lemons and my own limes. And I make my own lemon and lime water, and it's amazing. One of the benefits of living here is your mates will walk in a pub with a carry bag full of lemons, limes, oranges. Does anyone want these? So I just make my own lemon and lime. It's beautiful. Anyway, that's it. So there's nothing else to add, guys. A very brief update, really. Reason for the video, to tell you that the vibe over here at the moment is that Real Sociedad are desperately trying to convince him to stay, and that there is no talk, legitimate, credible talk, I think, of them throwing bags of money at him. I think some people online might want you to think that. It scares you, it creates interest or whatever. And what you also have to remember is if you are, let's say if you are a journalist that usually comments or writes about Real Sociedad, when one of, you know, England's big guns, you know, Liverpool, Manchester United comes in for a player, it's your time to shine as a journalist, isn't it? What does that mean? Awareness, raising your profile. So expect a local journo, for example, to say more controversial things, more sensational things, more updates. More updates than Fabrizio Romano, for example, who knows fuck all about what's going on here, right? He's getting right on my tits, I've got to be honest with you. And I've always liked Fab, I have. But there was an interesting comment today on one of my videos. I'll see if I can find it for you. Don't forget, we're going live 12 o'clock UK today, okay? And we will also be I will be hosting Saturday night streaming this evening at 7:30, which basically, you know, you can come along, we have a drink, you know what I mean? Don't go out and waste your money, have a drink at home with me, listen to some tunes, we talk about Liverpool occasionally. Come along tonight, guys. Look at this email here. I'm going to read this email out to you in a minute. There's probably not going to be much more in this to do with Zubimendi. It's quite interesting hearing, even people like Romano pronouncing it Zubimendi, and maybe we should as English people. But in the cafe I go to, every Spanish person said, and the fellas are all saying Zubimendi. Anyway, we don't worry about. I can't pronounce fucking English names. Prepper said in the comments. This was earlier today, actually. I'm starting to wake up to the realisation Fabrizio doesn't actually know as much as people give him credit for. He's a modern-day grifter. And I'm starting to feel a bit like that as well. Spectre will tell you that. He can be a bit of a tapping merchant. He does have some contacts, there's no doubt about it. But have you seen how much stuff he churns out? He's printing money. And I ain't got a problem with that. But I'm just going to be, you've got to point that out. The more that... if something's more money orientated, then you're gonna see more of it, I think. There's a bone on there for Remy, one of his marrow bones on the boil. I always used to give just a raw bone to my previous dogs, like Rodders. You remember Rodders? Where's it? Oh, I can't see his cub. But Remy don't like him. He likes to have them boiled first, fussy fucker. Anyway, so that's that. Right, you've got your own opinions about Fabrizio Romano. I don't think he knows anything about what's going on in this situation at the moment, to be honest with you. I'll stick to Ornstein and Joyce. So, earlier this morning, I gave a shout out to a chap called William. There was Neil was in the comments, and he said, can you give a shout out, I think it was his disabled brother-in-law, was it, or something? He says, can we watch the funny man, meaning me, on my videos? And I gave him a shout out this morning. He sent me an email. So if you listen to this morning's briefing, this has just come in. It says, hi Dung, I'm Neil, the brother-in-law. It was great to hear you shout out, your shout out for William this morning. You have truly made his day. He is 57, so no worries on that front. You'd have to watch the previous video. When you swear, he cannot stop laughing. It makes us all laugh and brightens up our day. Well, we best fucking swear then, haven't we? His sister and I now look after Will.i.am since both their parents passed away. He is physically and mentally disabled, and now he has latched on to you. It would be so funny if you swear in the mention tomorrow. Fucking swear. We're going to swear all the time. So William's my new bestest friend. So from now on, we are swearing for William, right? We're swearing for William. Tomorrow morning's briefing. In fact, I might do a video just for William about this tomorrow. And I want everyone to reply in the comments saying, fucking love you, William. Do you know what I mean? So we'll do that. Thanks again, Dung. And tomorrow's papers are on us. You will see that in the super chat later today. Kind regards, take care, Neil and Marion. So how nice is that? I'm glad that, do you know what I mean? I've made someone's day there. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's about, innit? Right, okay, I just got an email as well. Can't read it out yet. Said that, thank you. Okay, this is an email follow-up to do with the wolf stuff that I've been talking to you about. Yes, the Spanish media today said that Liverpool did go in for Pedro Neto. They also mentioned other clubs that went in for Pedro Neto. I was told that Liverpool did offer 30 million for him. Plus, whoa. What's going on? It's boiling over. It's your bone, mate. Hang on a minute. Remy's bone's boiling over the water. I'm going to make another video about it. I was told that Liverpool offered 30 million plus 8 million add-ons for Pedro Neto, but Wolves were trying to include a Liverpool player in the deal, who I'm not allowed to mention, but I think it's very obvious. But Liverpool were valuing that player at 30 million, and that's why Wolves were not interested. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. But I have just had another email about that, and maybe we'll do a video about it. So that's it. All right. So can you remember what the video was about? Real Sociedad desperate for him to stay. No talk of trying to lure him with extra cash or anything. If he signs a new deal with them, don't think that's what tempted him to stay. I think that'll just be a thank you or something like that. I'm totally cool about it, guys, honestly. No need to panic as far as I'm concerned. Let's hope it's nice and peaceful today. Let's hope we can have a nice stream tonight without any, we don't want it to be ruined by people flapping and panicking. And at the end of the day, if he don't want to come to us, then that's, he's been loyal to his club. Right, I'm going to leave it there. All right, so I'm going live soon. Make sure you join me. 12 o'clock noon, UK time, Saturday. We'll have a little waffle soon. But until then, I'm going to go put my meat in the fridge. All right, guys, if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. And if you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, well, it's a vodka on a Saturday, you can hit that super thanks button. All right, have a great weekend. All right.